Valentine's Day Mindful Healthcare Collective Yoga. I am Jessie Mahoney, and we do this every weekend at some point. Next weekend, it will be Saturday at 10 Pacific time, and I will post that a little bit later, but just so you have that. Other announcements, the Mindful Healers podcast came out today, and it's on Mindful Love, special for Valentine's Day. So I encourage you to check it out for fun, if nothing else. And in terms of yoga today, if any of you are new, do what works for you. I cannot see you perhaps at all. Many of you also don't have your video on in your little box. And so do what works for you. Yoga is about listening to your own body and figuring out what works. And so make the right decisions for you, as we say in mindfulness, without judgment, and enjoy what you are experiencing. And with that, I think we will get started. So find a comfortable spot on your mat. If you have a block or a bolster or a pillow, go ahead and sit on top of it so your hips are above your knees. And ground those sit bones into whatever happens to be underneath you, whether it be the earth or a block or a pillow. And with intention, as you ground downward into the stability of the earth, tilt your pelvis forward slightly and grow your spine long and tall towards the sky. Reach the crown of your head upward. Take a deep inhale and drop your shoulders and let things go. Once again, take a deep inhale and a big exhale. Rest your hands lightly on your thighs. And if you're comfortable, close your eyes. And today, I wanted to talk about love and celebrating love because it's Valentine's Day. But noticing actually all of the ways that we get in the way of love. And in a coaching session this week, someone actually pointed out to me, so I was being coached, though I'm usually the coach, that sometimes, and that we are addicted to suffering. And it struck me that so many of us in healthcare and so many of us in life are addicted to suffering. And what that means is not, it's just a habit, and our minds are trained to look at what's not working and what needs to be fixed and where things are going wrong. And as I think about Valentine's Day, that very much gets in the way of us showing up with love. And when we show up with love for ourselves, for others, and we share it and we see it and we celebrate it, we create that much more love. And when we show up suffering, noticing our own suffering, noticing others' suffering, focusing on the suffering and the fixing and what needs to be changed, we experience more of that. And so on Valentine's Day, my offer is that we see and celebrate instead abundance and love, and notice the love everywhere. And the love, whether you are in a relationship or not, whether you have children or not, there's love to be seen and found everywhere. My mother-in-law, who was single for 50 years, used to send everyone Valentine's Day cards, and far and wide, and that was her thing. And I have a client who I think is on this yoga class who celebrates every holiday with joy and enthusiasm. And the thought is that what we put out in the world is what comes back to us if we let it. And so what if today we, with intention, put out love anywhere and everywhere to help others, and so that it brings more love back to ourselves. So my offer in this class is to not move the way that fear makes you move the way that love does. Acknowledge the good that's already in your life, and from there, more abundance will come. And could you, even if it's just an experiment just for today, Let go of the suffering and the noticing of what's wrong and replace it with intention, with love. So in class today, notice what feels good. Notice what is working. Whenever and wherever you can, tuck love into whatever nook and cranny opens up. With intention, let go of any habitual thoughts that pop in about how it may not be working, what's uncomfortable. Just let them go. And instead, bring in all the love that you can with the breath, with the movement, and enjoy it and have fun with it. So with that, put your left hand on your heart and your right hand atop. Press gently into that heart space. Start by sending yourself love. It's very hard to send out love if we are noticing and coming from a place of needing love. If you find you need love, give it to yourself. Buy yourself flowers. Send yourself nourishment by just pressing into this heart space right here, right now. Release a little oxytocin and enjoy it. Take in a deep breath full of love. And let go all the angst and suffering and fixing on the out breath. Another deep in breath, filling up every nook and cranny with goodness. And a big out breath. Bring your hands to heart center. Press your palms together. Notice how good the skin to skin feels. Notice each finger pad touch. Press them together with intention. Press your thumbs into your sternum, elbows out wide, and notice how all that feels. Take in a deep breath once again, and a big out breath. And connect with your intention for today. Could you give yourself this hour to notice all the goodness, all the abundance, all the love? Enjoy it. Share it. Send it out into the world. Slowly lower your hands to your thighs and open your eyes and let the light in. Ground once again your sit bones into the earth and grow your spine tall and long and drop your shoulders. Inhale both arms up towards the sky, palms face one another. Reach those fingertips as high as you can towards the sky. Exhale, drop your shoulders. Fingertips still reach upward. Inhale, reach both fingertips, long waist on either side. Exhale, drop your right hand, ground it into the earth, bend your right elbow, reach your left fingertips over towards the right. Ground your left hip into the earth. Deep breath into all the nooks and crannies of your lung space. And a huge exhale, let go of all the suffering, struggling, angst. Even noticing. Inhale, notice all the abundance, everything that feels good right here in this moment. And exhale, let it go. Press into that right hand, come back up to center, both hands reach tall. Exhale, drop your left hand, ground it into the earth, bend your left elbow, right hip grounds downward, right fingertips reach over to the right. Huge inhale into the whole right side body. And a big exhale. Another deep inhale. And a big exhale. As you move with love. Notice all the goodness. Press into that left hand, reach up tall towards the sky. Inhale, reach your fingertips tall. Exhale, drop your shoulders. Inhale, reach your fingertips tall. Twist around your central core, engaging every muscle. Twist towards the right. Right fingertips tent behind you. Left fingertips rest on your right knee. Inhale, deeply grow your spine tall and long. And exhale, twist towards the right gently. Inhale, fill yourself up with breath, nourishment. And exhale, let it go. One more inhale. Notice if this feels good. Notice what feels good. Big exhale, let go. Inhale, reach both arms up towards the sky. Twist back to center. Exhale, drop your shoulders, ground into the earth once again. Inhale, reach your fingertips tall and long up towards the sky. Exhale, twist towards the left this time. Left hand's tent behind you, right fingertips on the left knee. Inhale, fill yourself up. Notice the goodness, the abundance, the love. And exhale, twist. Let go of old habits. Inhale, fill yourself up. Exhale, wring it out. Last in breath. Let it go. Inhale, reach both arms back up towards the sky. Twist back to center, hands remain upward. Clasp your fingers, flip your palms up towards the sky. Shimmy your elbows behind your ears. Ground the sit bones into the earth. Inhale, reach your fingertips tall, slight arch back. Exhale, round your spine, fold forward into a seated cat. Enjoy the movement, move with love. Inhale, reach up and arch gently into a seated cow. Exhale, round forward, suck your navel in, drop your head. Inhale, slight arch, reach towards the sky. Exhale, round and suck it in. Notice and enjoy the movement here. Notice everything that feels good and allow it. Inhale, reach tall, arch back. Last one, round forward, suck your navel in, round your spine towards the back of the mat or back wall. Inhale, reach towards the sky. Exhale, lower your arms to your sides, shake them out. Roll your shoulders back 3 times. Enjoy the movement. And roll your shoulders forward 3 times. And we'll come to meet on hands and knees from here. Hands directly under your shoulders, knees directly under your hips. Shins press into the earth, tops of the feet press into the earth. Take a moment to find your center and your strength and your balance. Both hands ground into the earth, all 5 fingers on each hand, spread wide, equal pie shapes. Press your palms into the earth. Extend your arms and your elbows, every muscle engaged in the arms. Engage your core. It's a strong table. Extend your right foot long behind you. Drop your right heel towards the earth. Open your right arm, reach up towards the sky. Come into gate pose. Deep inhale. Exhale, lower your right arm over the right ear. Stretch long from the outer edge of the right foot through your right hand. Breathe into that whole right side body. Make space. Let go of old habits and stale stuff. Inhale, notice how good it feels. Reach from one end to the other. Exhale, raise your arm back up towards the sky. Pause there. Inhale. And exhale, take your right arm and bring it into the left hip crease. Roll your chest open. So your heart is fully open. Look upward towards the sky. If that works for your neck, if it doesn't, keep your gaze at the floor. 2 breaths here. Tuck that right shoulder back. Notice the good feeling in the front of the shoulder and the scapula. There's a bit of a stretch. Just notice and enjoy it. Reach that right arm up towards the sky and slowly lower, come back to hands and knees. Even yourself out. Reground into the earth. Find your strength and stability. Extend your left leg long. Drop your left heel with intention. Move with love and intention. Ground into your right hand. Reach your left fingertips up towards the sky. Come into gate pose here. On the exhale, lower your left hand over your left ear. Reach towards the front of the mat. If you need to kickstand your right foot for balance, you can do that. Stretch long in either direction, the whole left side body. Enjoy the stretch and the lengthening. Breathe into the lung space and let it go. One more deep breath, stretch as long as you can in either direction, enjoy it. Exhale, raise your left hand. If you wish, bring your left hand into the right hip crease and roll open. If that doesn't work for you or your neck, you can just leave your hand raised towards the sky, whatever feels good for you. Roll your chest open, tuck that left shoulder back. Notice the stretch. Breathe into it, enjoy it if it works, and if not, leave your hand raised towards the sky. Raise that left hand towards the sky if it's not already, and lower back down to hands and knees. Even yourself out, re-ground, reconnect. Inhale for cow pose here. Sit bones reach towards the sky, crown of the head reaches skyward. Exhale, round into cat. Enjoy the movement and the motion. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Do a few of these on your own. Notice what works for you. Notice what feels good. Try to not notice what doesn't feel good and only focus on the part that feels lovely. Can you make it feel even more lovely? There's a spot that feels good. Send your energy, draw your attention there. One more here. Come into cow. Back into cat. And we'll meet back in tabletop. Once again, reorganize yourself. Move with intention. When you move with intention, you can choose how you experience it. So today, the task is to move with love and kindness and compassion to yourself. Inhale, raise that right arm up towards the sky, reach upward. Exhale, thread the needle between your left hand and left knee. Tuck that right shoulder down into the earth. Right ear lands gently on the floor. Come in to thread the needle here and enjoy it. Notice if you prefer to have your elbow bent and your hand tented, or extend your fingertips long, whatever nourishes you more. Breathe into the back body, into the waist, and enjoy it. Another deep breath here. And let it go. Notice the pockets of heart space that are open here, and send love in there so you can send love out to the world after class. Walk your left hand back underneath your shoulder. Press into your hand. Untangle yourself. Reach your right arm up. Open the heart space towards the sky and lower your hand towards the earth. Once again, an intentional moment to ground, connect, find stability. Inhale, raise your left arm up towards the sky, heart opens. Thread your left hand through your right hand and right knee. Come in to thread the needle on this side. Outer edge of the left shoulder and the left ear rest gently on the earth. You can tense your right fingertips or reach them long. Notice if your first reaction is to focus on things that don't feel good, and see if you can train your brain to immediately notice what does feel good here. What's working? Reach those right fingertips long, stretch and enjoy it if that feels good for you. Breathe into the left shoulder, left waist. One more breath here. Walk your right hand back slowly if it's not already back. Hand under shoulder height, bend the elbow, press into the right hand. Untangle the left hand, reach your left fingertips up towards the sky. Move slowly with intention and lower your hand. Come back to hands and knees. Walk your hands forward, a handprint. Curl your toes and shoot your hips up towards the sky. Come into downward dog. Move slowly. With intention, ground both hands into the earth. All 10 fingers into the earth, both palms. Straighten your elbows. Reach your sit bones up towards the sky. Lift up onto your tiptoes. Heels high, hips high and back. Press into your hands.
Shift your hips backward gently. Notice the engagement in the back of the legs and enjoy it. Slowly lower your heels towards the earth. Bend your left knee, press your right heel into the earth. Bend your right knee and press your left heel into the earth. Once again, see if you can train your brain to notice all of the stuff that feels good, everything that's working. Lift both heels up towards the sky, high up on your tiptoes, hips reach up and back, press into your hands, press back towards the sky. Slowly lower your heels. Notice the abundance of sensations in the backs of the legs. Walk your hands slowly back towards your feet. Come into an easy forward fold. Feet, you can widen your stance, bend your knees. Move so it feels good. Take your hands and grasp your elbows and allow your head and neck to release completely. Sway gently into your toes, into your heels, towards the left and towards the right. Release your hands, bring them to your sacrum. Reclasp your hands at your sacrum. Extend your fists, reach them towards the back wall, elbows straight, and allow your hands to fall over your head towards the front of the mat. Release the front of the shoulders. Send the breath into that space behind the heart. Tuck some good feelings there for later to carry with you. Bend your left knee, straight your right, twist gently to the right. And just notice all the feelings there. Take a moment and tuck some good feeling and some love into that spot behind the heart to carry with you for later. More to share, notice, create. Bend the right knee, straight the left, twist towards the left. Notice the front of the left shoulder. That tiny crevice behind the heart on the right side. Send the attention there. Come back to center, bend both knees generously. Allow your hands to fall another inch or so towards the front of the mat. Head and neck release. Lower your hands to your sacrum. Release the clasp of your hands and allow them to run down the backs of your legs towards your heels. Bring them in front of you. Engage your belly and roll up as slowly as you can. Really slowly, nourishing with every movement. Take your time. Head and neck will be the last to rise. And when you arrive, get comfortable. Take a minute, notice if you need to adjust anything. Lift up all 10 toes, lower them down. Ground both feet into the earth. Draw energy up from the earth through your legs. Tighten your thighs, tuck your pelvis. Grow your spine long and tall towards the sky. Heart is light. Shoulders drop. Palms open towards the front. Tadasana or mountain pose. Take a moment here. Notice how strong you are, how stable you are, how grounded you are. Train your brain to notice all the things that work and feel good here. Deep breath into the chest and a big out breath. An in breath as if you're smelling the flowers here, the roses. And a big out breath as if you're blowing out birthday candles. And pause and just notice how you feel. Have things shifted? What is there to enjoy here in this moment? And allowing yourself to enjoy it doesn't mean that there aren't things that need fixing or aren't problems. but that you don't have to draw your attention that way all the time. What would love do? Love would enjoy more. Love would love more. Love would share love more and share the good more and inspire others and bring more love into the world. How can we each do more of that? Inhale your arms out and up, reach them towards the sky, palms together, slight arch back. Bring your hands to heart center. Press your thumbs into your sternum and just take a moment to connect with your own intention. What might your intention be? What would love do for you, for those you love, for those you care for the world at large? How would you like to show up? Might you also, like me, have old habits of suffering? And can you let some of them go? Do you want to let some of them go? What could happen if you let them go? Lower your arms down, your hands down by your sides. Inhale, reach up and back gently, palms together, slight arch back, fold forward, forward fold. Inhale for a half lift, spine straight, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, forward fold. Once again, inhale for a half lift, spine straight, legs straight, sit bones reach towards the back of the mat. Exhale, fold forward. Walk your hands forward into downward dog. Pause here for a moment. Ground yourself. Shift your weight forward, come into plank or top of the push-up. Ground yourself here, find your strength, stability, ease, calm. Bend your knees, untuck your toes, bend your elbows, slowly lower down, chaturanga towards the earth. Forehead or third eye connects downward. Weight is out of your hands. Inhale, lift your chest and crown of the head up, come into a low cobra, gentle and easy. Enjoy the movement. Exhale, lower down. Inhale once again into low cobra. Shine your chest forward, send the breath into that space behind the heart. Exhale, move slowly, lower down, forehead touches the earth. Press into your hands, press up into hands and knees and back into child's pose. Open your knees apart, toes connect together. Sink your hips back down and low. Walk your fingertips long in front of you. We're going to take 4 long, deep, nourishing breaths here. Go inward for a moment and connect with yourself. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy perhaps the asymmetry of yourself. The things that you don't do well, the things that you do well. What makes you special and unique? Connect with it. Notice that rather than where you think you don't shine. What do you enjoy about being you? One more long, deep inhale here. Big exhale. Press back up to hands and knees and into downward dog. Curl your toes under, reach your hips up towards the sky. Lift up onto your tiptoes and step, hop, or jump towards the front of the mat. Come to a forward fold. Inhale for a half lift, spine straight, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, fold forward. Engage your belly and slowly roll up to stand. Arms out and up. Reach them towards the sky. Slight arch back. Hands come to heart center. Inhale deeply into your chest and exhale. We're going to do a sun salutation. Lower your hands towards your side. Inhale them out and up towards the sky. Slight arch back, palms together. Fold forward, forward, fold. Move with intention and care and kindness. Enjoy it. Inhale for half lift, spine straight, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, lower, forward fold. Ground your hands into the earth. Step back to plank, top of the push-up. Notice how strong you are. Shift forward onto your tiptoes. Bend your knees, untuck your toes. Bend your elbows, slowly lower down, chaturanga towards the earth. Forehead touches the earth. Inhale for low cobra or up dog if you wish, whichever works for you. Curl your toes under and press back to downward dog. We'll meet there. Take 3 deep breaths here. Pause. Reground into the earth. Inhale, raise your right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend to the right knee, stack your hips. Roll your ankle out with kindness towards the front of the right hip. Roll it towards the left. Enjoy it. The opposite direction once again. Switch directions once again. Extend your leg towards the back wall. Square your hips. Exhale, bring your right leg in front of you. Come into a low lunge or Anjaneyasana. Move with kindness. Enjoy the transition and move slowly. Someone had asked when they move from upside down to right side up, they get a little bit dizzy. The secret is to move slowly and with purpose, and sometimes less flow if that works for you. Ground into the right foot. Make sure your right knee is not extended beyond your right ankle. Inhale, reach both arms up towards the sky. Anjaneyasana or low lunge. Inhale, reach your fingertips up. Exhale, sink into the front of that left hip. Send love and nourishment there. Notice what feels good. Tack your right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, sink in with love here into the front of that left hip. Send it kindness, nourishment. Enjoy it. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, sink a little further. Bring your hands to heart center. Tip forward, hinge at the waist, straight back, halfway. Take your left elbow and rest it gently on the right knee. Come into an easy twist. Send the breath to the front of the left hip. Notice how it may feel different here. If the twist doesn't work, you can stay upright. Just leave your hands at heart center. 2 more breaths here. Notice what works, what you can do. Notice what feels good. Train that brain out of noticing problems. Twist back to center, hands at heart center. Lower both hands towards the earth. Tuck your back toes. Raise your back knee. Press off the back foot and come into pyramid pose. Both legs are straight, both toes reach towards the front of the mat. Send the breath to the back of the right leg. Enjoy it. Tack the right hip back and the left hip forward gently. Notice how that feels. Does it feel good? Shift your weight gently into your toes. Lift the back heel up, shift forward. Lower the back heel down. Lift up your front toes. Notice how that feels. Enjoy it. Lower down. Inhale for a half lift here. Spine reaches forward, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, lower down and release. And take 2 long, deep breaths, enjoying it. Breathe however works for you. Inhale through your nose, exhale through the mouth if that feels good. Press into that back foot, bring it forward to meet the front foot. Bend your knees gently, engage your belly, and slowly roll up to stand as slowly as you can. Move with intention and love and kindness. Notice how good it feels when you do that. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. Draw them back towards the back of the mat. Pinch the scapula together. Notice how good that feels. And drop your hands towards the earth, palms open towards the front, shoulders let go. Deep inhale into your chest, Tadasana, mountain pose. And let it go. Pause here for a few moments. Notice and enjoy any tingles anywhere. What do you notice? We often miss the parts of the day where we just be and we just enjoy and notice what feels good. Can you make a little more time for that? Notice what is working. Notice what's already amazing. Inhale your arms out and up once again. Palms come together, slight arch back. Fold forward, forward fold. Inhale for a half lift, spine straight, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, forward fold. Ground your hands into the earth, step back for plank. Once again, top of the push-up. Notice your strength, engage your belly. Notice the stability of the earth beneath, your arms engaged in drawing up the energy. Tip forward on your tiptoes, bend your knees, untuck your toes, bend your elbows, draw them in towards your torso and lower down slowly, chaturanga towards the earth. Inhale for low cobra or up dog. If you do low cobra, weight out of your hands. Exhale, lower down. Forehead comes back to the earth. Press into your hands and press back to downward dog. Pause there once again and notice. What would happen if you spent more time noticing the good, getting out of the old habit of noticing what needs fixing and the habit of struggling, the habit of suffering? What if you let it go? Imagine what could happen. I'm really inspired by this idea. Inhale, raise your left leg towards the sky. Exhale, bend your knee, roll, stack your hips, roll your ankle out. Send goodness to the front of that left hip and enjoy it. Roll it in both directions. Switch directions, enjoy it. Notice if the good feeling's shifting as you're here a little longer. Square your hips, extend your leg long. Exhale, gently bring it between your hands, come into Anjaneyasana on this side. Move with intention and slowly and enjoy the movement. Move with love, not with fear, not with judgment. Inhale and slowly rise your torso and the crown of your head up towards the sky. Both arms reach skyward. Exhale, sink gently into the hips. Make sure your left knee is not beyond your left ankle. Your left toes jet line towards the front of the mat. Ground the top of the back foot into the earth for stability. Inhale, reach tall, lengthen through your waist. Exhale, sink into the hip a little bit. Enjoy it. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, sink a little bit. Last, lengthen. Enjoy the stretch in the waist, the space in the chest. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Hinge at your waist, tip forward about halfway. Take your right elbow, tuck it around the left knee, twist towards the left. Pause here and just notice. If your back knee is uncomfortable, you can roll a blanket up underneath it. You can wiggle your back toes around, see if that works better. And if you need to stay at heart center, that's also fine. One more breath in the twist. Come back to center. Lower your hands towards the earth. Tuck your back toe, straight your back leg. Push off the back foot, come into pyramid pose here. You step that back foot forward about 2 or 3 footprints, straight both legs, both toes jet line towards the front of the mat. Tuck your left hip back and your right hip forward. Check your alignment. You should have a nice runway about a foot between both feet. Both toes face forward. Both legs are straight. You may need to adjust your stance for the tightness of your hamstrings. Pay attention to what feels good and do that. If you need to keep your knees bent, if you need a different stance, that's all fine. Tack that left hip back, right hip forward. Shift forward into your toes, lift the back heel up. Notice and enjoy. Lower the back heel towards the earth. Lift the front toes up. Notice and enjoy. Lower them down. Inhale for a half lift. Raise your torso towards the front of the mat. Crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, forward fold over that front leg and enjoy it. A couple breaths here. Your hands can be in blocks if you have them on your shins. If that doesn't work, they can be just above your knee. One more deep breath here. Press off the back foot, bring it forward to meet the front foot. Sink your hips back down and low, and we're going to come into chair pose. Hips back and low, feet jet line towards the front of the mat. Bring your hands to heart center and sit those hips back and down. You'll notice your thighs are working. Notice what's working here. Notice how strong you are. Ground into the earth, draw the energy up through your legs, hips back and down, and enjoy it. 2 more deep breaths. Twist towards the right, tuck that left elbow to the right knee. 2 breaths here. Come back to center. Twist towards the left, right elbow tucks on the left knee. Notice if you want to get out of this pose, enjoy it for one more moment. Even though it's not perfect, notice what feels good. Come back to center. Lower your hands, straight your legs, allow your head and neck to drop. Sit bones reach up towards the sky, forward fold, release everything. From here, walk your feet out, turn your toes out to a second position. And we're going to come into a yogi squat from here. So you're going to sit your hips back. Most of you will be able to have your heels on the earth. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a moment here to enjoy this one. Notice any release. Notice how it feels. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right knee by the right foot. Reach your left fingers up into a twist. Open your heart space, breathe into it. Let the light shine into the chest and enjoy it. One more breath here. Let it go. Hands come back to heart center. Reground, rebalance, reconnect. Left hand grounds into the earth,
just on the inside of the left foot. Reach your right arm up towards the sky, twist towards the right. Enjoy it. Open the heart space, send the breath to all the pockets in there that need nourishment. Show yourself love. Fill it with love so you have plenty to share. They say life is an echo. What you send out is what comes back. So why focus on fixing, suffering, struggling? Why not focus on enjoying, sharing, loving? What you send out sends back. Bring your hands back to center. Lower your hands towards the earth. Turn your toes towards the front. Hips shoot up towards the sky. Come back into a wide forward fold. And slowly engage your belly and rise up quite slowly, inch by inch. Enjoy the process of moving. We're in no hurry. We've been not standing for a while, so let the blood flow shift. Enjoy all the sensations. When you arrive, shrug your shoulders up towards your ears and pause there. Draw them back towards the back of the mat. Pinch the scapula together. Enjoy it. And allow your hands to fall by your sides, palms open. A final Tadasana or mountain pose. Noticing who you are and how you feel now. If your eyes are closed, open them and slowly lower yourself down to the mat. Come to a seat first. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees apart. Come into butterfly pose. Rock side to side on those sit bones. Kind of have fun with it. Enjoy it. Make time today to enjoy some things and have fun with them. Hands will come to your ankles or your arches. Press your knees towards the earth gently. Notice what feels good and stop there. Puff your chest forward. Grow tall through your spine. Pelvis is tilted forward, spine is long. Inhale deeply into that space behind the heart. Fill it up. And exhale, let it go. Release your hands. Extend your legs out wide. Rock side to side on your sit bones. Move the flesh of your seat out of the way. Hinge forward at the hips, spine straight. Place your hands on the earth in front of you. And fold forward gently and just enjoy it. Toes will be flexed directly over your legs towards your body. And just walk forward a handprint or two. And breathe. Walk your hands back towards your pelvis. Take your hands behind you. Tent them into the earth. Extend your elbows. Puff your chest forward. Crown of the head reaches tall. Shoulders down and back. Ground your sit bones into the earth. Inhale, fill your chest up. And exhale, let it go. One more. With intention, puff your chest forward. Fill up your entire chest with nourishment. And exhale, let it go. Take your hands to outside of your thighs. Gently draw your legs together. Rock side to side on those sit bones once again. Move the flesh of your seat out of the way. Ground downward. Flex your toes towards your nose. Your knees can be bent gently. Raise your arms parallel to your legs and roll back vertebrae by vertebrae. Engage your belly. Use all the belly muscles to move slowly with intention and enjoy it till you come to lie on the mat. When you arrive, just notice how you feel. Notice what feels delicious about being here.
Bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet to touch the earth. Walk your heels close to you. Take your right leg, right foot, and bring it atop the left knee. We're going to come into figure 4. Take both hands, thread them around the left thigh, and draw the left thigh inward towards you. Right elbow presses into the right knee. Both toes are flexed towards the sky. Feel a nice stretch in the outer right thigh. You can tug that left thigh towards you a little further. You can unclasp your hands, bring it to the front of your shin if you wish to intensify the stretch. And just notice all the sensations in the outer right leg and enjoy them. Notice your breathing slow and enjoy that. Bring your hands back to the back of the left thigh if they're not there already. Straight your left leg up towards the sky. Flex your toe towards your nose. Press your heel towards the sky and enjoy the stretch in the back of the left leg. Point your left toe towards the sky. Flex it towards your nose. Point it towards the sky. Flex it towards your nose. Bend your knee once again. Release your hands and slowly lower that left foot back towards the earth. Raise your arms above your head in an easy cactus shape. And we're gonna do a figure 4 twist towards the left. So the right sole of the foot drops to the left side of you. Your left outer thigh touches the earth, left knee touches the earth. You should feel a lovely, easy stretch along the right side body, right hip especially, right waist. If you wish, you can turn your gaze towards the right. Draw your gaze back to center. Bring your knees back to center. Untangle your legs. Lower both feet towards the earth and recenter yourself here. You're probably discombobulated. Have compassion for that. Bring your hands back along your sides. Even everything out. Walk your heels back towards your buttocks if they've come untangled. Take your left foot and bring it atop your right knee. Take your hands, thread them around the back of the right thigh. Raise your right foot and draw that right leg in towards you. And press your left elbow into your left knee if you wish. Both feet should be flexed to protect your knee. Feel a nice stretch in the outer left thigh. If you wish, take your hands and bring them to the front of the right shin. If that works for you, you can intensify the stretch. Everybody is different. None is better than the other. Notice what works for you and do more of that. There's nothing here that's better or worse. It's all about noticing the experience and choosing what works. What if your goal this week was to just spend more time feeling good? Knowing that if you feel good, you can bring more good into the world. Letting go of the old habits of noticing everything that needs to be fixed and instead enjoying what's good. Bring your hands back to the right thigh if they're on your shin. Extend your right leg long towards the sky. Press your heel towards the sky, toes flex towards your nose. Enjoy the stretch in the back of the right leg. Point your right toes towards the sky. Notice the stretch in the front of the shin. Flex your toes towards your nose and enjoy that. Long and luxurious. Huge in-breath and an out-breath. Bend your right knee. Release your hands. Slowly lower your right foot towards the earth. Left leg still crossed over. Bring your hands above you in an easy cactus shape. And slowly drop your left foot towards the earth on the right side. Outer edge of the right thigh touches the earth, right knee rests on the earth, and you'll notice a lovely stretch along the left side body. Notice what works, adjust as needed. Inhale, and on the exhale, gaze towards the left if that feels good to you. Choose what feels best. Bring your gaze back to center. Draw your knees back to center. Pull the right foot grounds into the earth. Untangle your feet. Lower your left foot towards the earth. Bring your hips back to center. Take your hands, reach towards your knees, draw your knees into your chest and give them a hug. Raise your forehead, squeeze your forehead towards your knees. A huge hug for you. And exhale, lower your head down. Release your knees. Allow your feet to land on the earth. Soles together, knees apart. Come into Supta Baddha Konasana or reclining butterfly. Knees will fall towards the side, soles of the feet together. Take your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly. 3 breaths here. Just enjoy it. If you need blocks under your knees or pillows under your knees, you can do that. If the inner thigh stretches too much, just extend your legs and come into Shavasana from here. Notice what feels good and do only that. It's okay to take time to enjoy and feel good. We often think we need to struggle to accomplish and struggle to get things done and fight to get them done. And that's an old habit. What if from a place of ease and love and feeling good, were you able to move through life with much more flow? What if more things got done? Take your hands to the outer edges of your thighs. Draw your knees together using your hands for support. Have it feel good. Slowly extend your legs long in front. Allow your toes to fall towards the outer edge of the mat. Allow your hands to rest by your sides, about 6 inches from your waist, palms open towards the sky. Shavasana, our final resting pose. Notice how amazing this feels. What if you could bring this Shavasana feeling back into the rest of your life? Allow yourself a few moments here to practice and enjoy. Allow the earth to hold you. Allow your body to breathe for itself. Any thoughts or old habits that pop in to your brain, just let them go. A few moments to be.
Gently start to deepen your breath. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Reach your arms long above you and your toes long in front of you. Take a deep inhale. Fill yourself up with nourishment. And a huge final exhale, letting things go. Draw your knees into your chest and slowly roll over to one side. Pausing there. Notice how good it feels. Notice what happens when you shift your focus, shift your attention. Press into your hands and slowly come up to a comfortable seat where we began. Ground your sit bones into the earth. Tilt your pelvis forward. Grow your spine long and tall and drop your shoulders. Rest your hands lightly on your thighs. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Take in a deep breath into your chest and an out breath. Bring your hands to heart center. Press your palms together. Thumbs press into the sternum. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Have a beautiful and happy Valentine's Day. And I wish you much letting go of old habits, perhaps, of noticing suffering, and instead noticing what's good, noticing what feels good, sharing love far and wide, knowing that what you send out echoes back. May you all be loved. May you all be safe. May you all be well.